Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of Married at First Sight, Season 13, The Reunion Part 2. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I am Lady T. I like to do reviews on scripted reality shows as well as scripted shows. If you're returning, you're one of my people, welcome back. So, we didn't have any comments from last week, so we're going to get on into it. This review is not gonna be long because it wasn't a lot going on in the episode, and we have like one episode left of Where Are They Now? But yeah, we started out with Zach and Michaela because that's where we left off at. Zach had so much to say, but once Michaela came out on the stage, it was this is high school. He's not doing this, so he decides to leave. I guess they escorted Michaela back because they needed to get Zach's opinion and his side of the story. His version is after the decision day, he didn't want anything to do with Michaela. Um, okay, he didn't want anything to do with Michaela after decision day. They had an argument. She was tipsy somehow. He was driving, and while he was driving, she like broke a window in her car because she was angry because she had a bad day at work. He didn't want to abandon her, because she crying and she had a bad day at work and she was breaking things. And he invited her to her home, which she stayed for a few days, and they end up having sex a few times. This is almost exactly what Michaela said. Michaela said after decision day, they went to dinner. I believe that's what she said. Correct me if I'm wrong, and do it peacefully. And they went back to his place. She stayed there for a week, cooking, cleaning, and having sex. And then he was like, "Don't tell nobody we had sex." He's admitting that they had sex and that she had stayed there for a few days. And then the experts, and like I don't know if it was the experts or it may not have been the experts. It was the host. Like, do you see how these things can be confusing to Michaela? I don't want anything to do with her. You said I'm not going to abandon you, so you come over to my place and you can play wife. I'm going to have sex with you. And then I'm gonna be like, you're crowding me. I don't want you here anymore. It's like he know Michaela is in love with him. He also know Michaela is a live wire, and he likes to you know dangle sex in front of her, bringing her back, thinking that they're going to make it because he said these things that I don't want to be married, but I want us to date, and then he lures her in. Sleeps with her for a few days, getting her hopes up, and then it's like, yeah, I don't want to do this no more. This is a pattern between Zach and Michaela, and I want them both to understand this and then get past it. Bao says that they weren't perfect. They had similarities and differences, and she says she's happy now that she's out of the marriage. I was like, I can see that because like the way the way they portrayed Johnny on the show, I could see that. They both agree they had good moments in their marriage, but she felt judged early on. And Val she didn't want to show the show. She didn't want to show her family and her coworkers. She didn't want to be talking about their sex life. She didn't want to showing like the negative side of her, and I don't blame her for that. But then at the same time, you are on a reality show, and you need to show who you are. And I guess this is how Johnny felt that she was fake because she wasn't putting on how she really acts in front of the camera. And I was like, most people don't want to show the negative sides of themselves. That's not being fake. It's like I don't want the world to see it be like this. Like y'all see me right here, y'all like, oh, she got her hair done and stuff. But a good portion of times is because I have yet to go to the eye doctor to get my glasses. This is a side note, ain't got nothing to do with me. My glasses needs to be tightened up. But I since my schedule, it's hard for me to go to the eye doctor. So therefore, I've come up with a solution. I just wear a scarf all day because the scarf, keeps my glasses on my face. Because sometimes I'll be bending over and these bad boys will slide right on down. Do I need to get them tightened? Yes, I do. But I don't want to be coming over here with a scarf on my head. Y'all see me like this. I don't when we just come off here any old type of way because I want to present myself away to you. So I understand what she's talking about, but at the same time, you were on a reality show and people want to see the real you. But like the way Johnny was like blowing up all the time and he was huffing and puffing and almost blowing the house down, I can understand why Bao felt some type of way and didn't want to be in a relationship. I think we came back to Bao and Johnny again later on, but I'm not. Oh, I guess we didn't. Well, where we at? We still on Bao and Johnny. Johnny knew things were going south in their relationship after they had spoke to, I think, Dr. Pepper and Dr. Cal or Dr. Cal. I mean, Dr. Cal and Dr. Viviana. I'm wanting to say that, no, Pastor Cal and Dr. Viviana. I'm wanting to say that because Bao had changed. And it's one of those, I guess she knew the things weren't getting better and she had had enough. Because you're not going to sit here and tell me that you don't want me to meet my family because you don't want my family to get attached to me because you don't know if we're going to make it. You're not gonna sit here and tell me basically you wouldn't attract me back then. You would rather be married to anybody else in the world. Now I'm trying to remember if he said these things to her personally or he said these in his confessionals or did he say these to the experts. But the way they portrayed Johnny not being able to express himself and him huffing and puffing and about to blow the house down, that would get on my nerves too. I'm the type of person, if you feeling some type of way, I want you to say that. I don't want you holding all this in and then you've held it in so much that you blurting it out and you just being mean and disrespectful towards me. If you don't like me, just let me know that you don't like me, and then we can move forward. Okay, you don't like me, you don't think I'm attractive, you don't think we have chemistry. That's fine. We can break up right now. I wish you all the best of luck, and I'm hoping you wishing the same for me, and we can go on about our business, not sitting around and pretending. Where are we at? Okay, come on, phone, get right. Marilyn Gill. Marilyn had enough of Gill always calling her a princess and a diva and complaining about how she spent her money. Gil did a lot of that. He did a complain about her complaining. He let it be known that he didn't like her complaining. But what I liked about that is he didn't sit there and just let her complain and let it build up and then one day just bust that. I don't like the way you do this, that, and the third. It's like he said this before. When you are in this, cranky attitude and you're complaining, that brings my mood down. And I don't like having my mood down. I'm a fun, outgoing person, and I don't want my mood altered because of the way you're acting. And a lot of people, oh, excuse me, I am not mad at the fact that right no, that Mirla, she wants to be in a relationship with somebody who she deems is financially responsible and on her financial level. That I don't blame her for that. What I do not agree with is her showing all the signs that she loved Gil and everything and wanted to be with Gil, said she wanted to be with Gil, and then turn around and be like, I never found the chemistry, I never saw the attraction, and the money thing is a little and the icing on the cake, I don't want to be with you. That's the part I did not like. If you didn't find a man attractive and you didn't think y'all had chemistry, that's one thing. But staying and saying you want to be with him and not get divorced and then turn around and do it, that's another because she showed all the signs that she really loved Gil and she wanted to be with Gil. And they was talking about buying houses and having kids and all these other things. Like she wanted to be with Gil. And then one day she was like, you know what? I really don't want to be with Gil. Rachel was stressed out living at Jose's house, which led her to leave. And I could understand why. One, We seen the way Jose was acting while the cameras were rolling. I can only imagine how he was acting while the cameras weren't rolling, were no longer there. He has a very controlling and nasty attitude. He wants things done his way and how he thinks things should be done. He don't want your opinion on anything. He wants you to live exactly the way that he's living. If he has a vision board or his little whiteboard of, his finances and his credit scores and all those things, he wants you to have the same thing, have the same amount in savings, the same amount in, checking. He wants your credit score to be exactly like his. He wants the female version of Jose, basically. And he didn't get that in Rachel. And to add on, they both held things in instead of expressing how they felt about each other. The experts believe they can make it if they get a little professional help. Yeah, Jose, he needs a little, help with, getting his controlling ways under control. And Rachel, you admit you like having a hot girl summer. These are the words that you said. And I don't think she's going to be happy living in Jose's house. Now, if they got a house together, that'll be different because that'll be their house. This will, even though that they are married and it's community property, Jose will always see it. This is my house that I bought with my money and I've paid it off with my money and my hard work. This is my house. Yes, you were my wife. We've been together daggone 30 years, but this is my house. That's the way Jose rolls. The experts have a question for Marilyn because she said and showed all the signs that she was happy with Gil and all the wonderful things he did for her and she appreciated about him. And then we found out that they are no longer good together. Gil breaks down because he felt blindsided. He's like, he's been dumped before and he just wished Mirla had said how she felt and that she didn't want to be with him. Because you going from, I don't even want, you really touching me like that for real, for the like y'all kissing and you snuggling up on him and you being appreciative, you walking hype, you taking selfies with hype, you wanting a dog, you saying that, this is the man that, you appreciate him and this is the man that you was looking for. You got everything that you wanted and then turn around and like, you know what? This ain't for me. Mirla said that she was honest about her feelings from the beginning, and Extra was like, "That's far from the truth. We seen you." And they rolled that beautiful bean footage of her. Oh, I'm so appreciated. He brings me flowers every week. He makes the bed. It's things like that that he shows me that he loves me and that this is the man for me. But it's those finances things. And she says it wasn't just the finances, it was the chemistry and the attraction. I believe it was the finances. More so the finances. But the thing is, you want this man, and I don't believe I'm making this up in my head. You want this man to be a millionaire, multi-millionaire, so you can live in a gated community. And if y'all have a condo or an apartment, there's a doorman, there's somebody who gets y'all garbage, somebody that washes y'all car for y'all, somebody that comes and takes the pets for a walk if y'all have that. There's a restaurant in on the main floor of the condo. You want all these things, and you also believe that the man should pay for these things. So whatever you make on your check, that just goes for you to, you know, pay for the lifestyle that you like to live. And the man you have, he's gonna be paying for all the things that you want, like as far as the way y'all live. Like your purses, your shoes, and your clothes. You got that because this is the things that you like to buy. But the man you want to be with, you want him to pay all the bills and pay for you to live in a place that where you want to live in. And I still think it's messed up that even though Gil he didn't care about all the you know amenities that you like, he still's like, okay, we can do this. And y'all sat there and got an apartment let this man sell off all his stuff, put his name on a leaf, and then be like, I don't want to be with you no more. I still think that is messed up. Mirla and Johnny have become close, and these two happen to be in Cancun at the same time. They hang out a lot, which is weird because Mirla said herself that she not a like to hang out type of person. She seemed more of like I don't really like being around people for real, for real. But somehow her and Johnny are real close. Mm. Gil has had enough at this point, especially when they say what who do y'all think like if how do I phrase this? It's escaping my mind because it's like 8 o'clock in the morning. And I kind of just woke up, and my mind is not caught up with my body. How can I say this? Okay, which couple, like which male and which female do y'all think would have made a better fit? This is when Gil was like, you know what, I'm done. He gets up and leave. He not feeling good, and people just sitting there looking like, what's going on? The only person that got up to check old Gil was Michaela. I did not expect Merlin to get up and check on him because she checked to do the deuce. And he's still feeling this. He's like, I'm done. I'm over with. I came on this show to find love. I thought I found love. Now I'm getting a divorce. And it's not like we just decided to get divorced because we didn't love each other. I loved her. She said she loved me, but then she turned around and just he he had started crying at one point in the episode. And while he's sitting there breaking down, merely she's over there leaned all on Johnny. If she didn't touch Johnny, it's on him. I'm like, did y'all just see Merely touch Johnny's arm? After Gilly walked off, Johnny's like, I guess he didn't like the conversation. And Bounce like, you shut up, Johnny. That's not funny right now. You see the man is like clearly going through it right now. He is hurting that this relationship didn't work, but at the same time, he kind of like didn't help the situation with him always like, you were a princess, you were a diva. But I think she's called herself those days too. But it's one thing for me to say that I'm a princess and a diva. I don't want you saying that all the time, even if it's true. So y'all, that was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It is free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on so when my beautiful face puts a video, you can click on it, you can like it and share with your people, and you can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.